celebrating Tim's birthday here and drop by to give us a wonderful next hour of music. So whatever you'd like to start with, we'd love to hear.
This is a song called The Devil That You Know. Two. If I could, I surely would. I'd stand on the dock where Otis stood, and I'd sing all my songs there in the shade. And I would do this every day. I would do it till my beard turned gray, and everyone would say he's got it made. But when it's all about to change, you will know. Yeah, you can hear those tires squeal. It come down to the details and the devil that you know. And he's always willing to make a deal. Long as you got something he can steal. 10 tons of cosmic sound. Every day that's what the world puts out. We all wanna be just a drop in that ocean. Even though we're all singing into the wind, every single one of us would do it again now. Who can say what sets these wheels in motion? But when it's all about to change, you will know. Yeah, you can hear those tires squeal. They come down to the details and the devil that you know. And she's always willing to make a deal. Long as you got something, something she can steal now. Oh, don't let her steal it. Time after time we stand in line, like our time ain't worth a dime, and we wonder where all the time is gone. But like some smoke screen suffragette, our view ain't nearly there just yet. Well, there ain't no need to sound an alarm. But when it's all about to change, you will know. Yeah, you can hear those tires squeal. They come down to the details and the devil that you know. And they're always willing to make a deal. Long as you got something, as long as you got something now, something they can steal. Don't you waste your time wondering when you're gonna know. It's from the inside to the outside. I believe you're gonna know. You're gonna feel it coming. You might see it coming. You're gonna know it's coming. Oh, you're gonna know it's coming.
Yeah, happy Friday, y'all, and happy birthday, Tim. Thank you.
Very nice. 10 years.
you.
First time the bass player's been given a song where they could have solos all the way through. Love that.
I get a feeling it's going to be a bass solo kind of a night.
That was
Yes,
nice.
it is. Everybody loves the bass player.
Well, Tim, you tell us a little bit about how you and Alex came together with this fine music.
Well, I will tell you, and I'll tell you the true story.
Thank you.
It's going to sound like a Springsteen song, though. We met in a shore bar.
The screen
And it
door
was-
slammed.
It was one of those, and it was pouring rain. And I walked in, and we were both at a benefit. We were at a benefit in Surf City, and I was invited by a friend of mine, and I was playing solo. Alex was in the band that this guy was in, and this was the second year in a row that I'd played this benefit, and it was a place called the Crab Shack in Surf City, and they had a little ante room with giant holes in the ceiling, and both times that I was there, it was pouring rain falling through. They had buckets everywhere. It was crazy. Anyways, so it's like hurricane, gale force winds. I walk in and I can't see anything. I'm soaking wet, and I can hear the band playing in the other room, and the only thing that stood out was the bass. And I was like, holy cow, that's like one of the best bass players I've ever heard. And I turned the corner, I was like, holy cow, that bass player's a girl. Not to be that guy, but I couldn't not hear what she was doing. She was everywhere she was supposed to be at the right time. And I don't know, we wound up on the same, this guy's project together in the studio. He was in halfway through a project, and Alex was already in it, and he asked me to come and add some guitar to it, and that's where we kind of, you're gonna pick it up from there. I don't know.
You got it.
So Crab Shack, is that the one by the old swing bridge?
Yes.
Is the
it's-
bridge still there? I know they built a big over.
They built a big. I don't know if the bridge is still there or not. The new overpass is.
It's astounding.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it really is.
Don't look down, though. Get the willies.
Well, it's funny. I used to make pickups for Habitat for Humanity out that way, and we had the Garmin, and they hadn't switched over, hadn't updated the Garmins. So when we went over that new bridge, the Garmin showed us as going through the intercoastal in the truck.
You're a boat now.
Yeah. So that's always fun.
Oh, you're sort of. Not far away. Well, that was a great first song. We enjoyed that tremendously and want to get as much of your fine music in as we can. So what do you have for us next?
We have a friend of ours in Wilmington, and she's a painter, and actually the cover of our last CD, she painted us live in Wilmington while we were playing. And again, it was actually 2 years ago on my birthday. It was on my birthday. My birthday's the 31st. It was Wednesday. 30th.
You get a week anyway.
Yeah. And the first time I met her, she was painting live to music. And anyways, this song was inspired by what she does. It's called Free. And it's basically when you find that thing that's what you're supposed to do, you're free. So
Nice.
that's what it's called. 1, 2, 3. I see the color within the light now, and I'm free. You know that I am the dreamer deep in the night now. Oh, I'm free. Moments of mystery, like a quick look in the glass. If I can
capture that moment before it gets past. Oh, it's gonna make me free. Make me free now. Oh, it's gonna make me free now, 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 now. It's gonna make me free now. I see the rhythm as it moves through the air, and I'm free. Yeah, I'm free to color the music that I hear everywhere. Oh, I'm free. When the magic and the mystery can't be undone, or when the dream and the dreamer fade into one. Oh, it's gonna make me free. Make me free now. Make me free now, now, now. Gonna make me free now. I'm talking about that kind of freedom. You can find it everywhere. It's in the way that the lights do play and all the songs that fill the air. You can't put your finger on it, but you know now you know it's there. Oh, it's in the past, the present, the now, forever, a hand and a heart just working together. Sometimes it's hard just to know where to start, but if I can take what's in my head and run it through my heart, oh, it's gonna make me free. Make me free now. Oh, it's gonna make me free, nah, 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 nah. Oh, it's gonna make me free now. Oh, it's in the air, it's on the ground, it's everywhere. Waiting to be found, now it's waiting for you, yeah. It's waiting for me now. Oh, I need something that's gonna make me free. Nah, 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 nah. Oh, something that's gonna make me free. Something will make me free.
More awesomeness from Solar Fusion, y'all. And where can we learn more? Because you said you had recorded albums people need to go out and buy.
We are working right now on our fourth CD. This is our fourth project that we're working on. We just recorded 3 brand new songs. I think we got maybe one of them at least, or 2 of them are up on the list tonight. But you can find us at Solar Fusion, all one word, SOULR Fusion. Mm-hmm. And you can find us on Instagram. I think it's Solar Fusion 1. Facebook is Solar Fusion. And we have solarfusion.com. I think it's .com, right?
Yep.
It sounds easy peasy. You just go out to your search engine and type in Solar Fusion, and you're going to find you everywhere.
Or that fretless bass player. That's, that's what we should have, is that fretless bass player.
So, Alex, was bass your first instrument?
No, I played violin. I played violin, started when I was, I don't know, probably 6 or around,
Oh, Suzuki, you're a Suzuki kid.
Yes, yes.
Wow. And so when did bass enter your life?
In high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I was probably 16 or 17 when I...
Electric bass?
Yes, yeah.
Nice. Well, we've had a lot of basses, Bob, up here. in the studio over the last 10 years, and we've never had one like that, and it's intriguing. Who is the maker of that bass?
Oh, okay. This is kind of a oddball bass. It's made by a company called Wilcox, and
Awesome.
they're in California. And it's an odd bass because it doesn't have a magnetic pickup.
Well, it has, Bob, some sort of active powered bridge
It's
on there.
light. It's lightweight.
It's an optical pickup system.
Wow.
I was
Oh,
seeing, I
wow.
was noticing the red light on there.
Yeah, that's actually the.
That's the
battery
power on.
that-
Yeah.
that- yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's little red LEDs inside each of these little bridge pieces.
Oh, how about that?
And they sense the shadow of the strings vibrating.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So it's
Is it
Fantastic.
custom?
No, they have a website. I found, I was like, that looks cool. It's really light for a bass.
It is. It is gorgeous.
And I like the idea of the optical pickup
It is
system. So-
gorgeous, and you make it sound gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
And at what point in your life were you listening to a whole lot of Jaco Pastorius?
Yeah, early on, probably.
Like Weather Report?
Yeah, and solo.
Joni Mitchell
Jocko,
stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff with Joni Mitchell. Yeah.
Because I'm hearing a lot of that,
Oh,
and
thank you.
it's good.
And Tim, that is a Breedlove guitar,
Yes, sir.
made up in Oregon.
These
Always
are
enjoy
actually-
those.
These are the imports.
Oh.
I couldn't afford the ones that are made in Oregon, so
It's got such a cool top on it.
this is I think their Eco series, which I wanted a backup for. This was my main guitar. That's a Breedlove as well, and I was kind of wearing that one out, playing it outside, and
Yeah.
and I wanted a spare, and I saw this online, and I liked the look of it. And when I got it at the house, and I lowered the action a little bit, and I put new tuners on, which I actually had to do with the other one. But this has actually become my favorite guitar these days.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's just got a nice feel and a nice sound to it. It sounds good amplified as well.
Well, everybody, that concludes the instrumentation part of the program.
Wait, we have one more question.
Yes.
So you have two of the same guitars by the same maker. Is that
Yes.
because different tunings?
Yes, one of the songs that we've been working on recently is an instrumental in Dadgad tuning. We saw two shows this year, almost back to back, within a week, of two players that Pierre Ben-Susan and Hiroya Sakamoto both play exclusively in Dadgad. And we saw them within like days of each other, and they made our heads explode, or my head explode anyways. So I went home and I had a guitar that I just tuned to Dadgad and just left it and just kept playing with it. And this instrumental popped out. So it's going to be one of the next things we record.
Great.
But I tuned it up. If we have time, we'll. That one's only been played in public once, so this would be the second.
Oh, I'm here for that. We like those.
We like those world premieres. Almost world premieres.
Well, we actually. I'll tell you about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We brought you guys treats. We
What?
brought you-
Oh,
we brought you
wow.
guys trick or treats. Actually, Kirk, if you
You have to say the words, Kirk.
Treat.
you don't have to
There
say
you go.
Treat, smell my feet, or
Treat,
anything
not
like that.
trick.
But it was Halloween yesterday, and it's my birthday this week. So
see.
there's a bag for each one of you guys.
Oh,
there.
Nice.
Anyhow.
Thank you.
Oh, I see Reese's, so that's mine.
I gave you.
You got
your
the last
first
of that
choice.
bag because Alex ate the rest of it.
They're good.
Those bass players.
Thank you.
Wow, we don't usually get
Thank you.
treats in the studio. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You are welcome.
That's how everybody should do when they have a birthday. Give everybody else
Right.
presents.
The older I get, the less I want stuff, and
Right?
the more I like to
Same.
give things away. You know,
Yeah. I'm gonna wear these glasses. And
those
people-
we have a song, and it's not
Are
on the
those
list
3D
tonight.
or X-ray?
Those are kaleidoscope glasses.
Oh, so Kim Lane's tripping now.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I am. Pass the bourbon, please. Gonna make some choices.
Everybody, we are here on Pass the Hat with Solar Fusion, Tim and Alex, and can't wait to hear what we have coming up.
We have a song which I call a ride or die song. I was explaining that to a bunch of people one night, and there was a couple of young cats sitting right in front of me, and they kept nodding in their heads. I kept saying, "This is a ride or die song, ride or die song." And I finally looked at the one young kid, and I said, "You know what I'm talking about when I say ride or die?" Because he'd been shaking his head for about 5 minutes, and he said, No, I don't have a clue.
But he was a very agreeable sort.
Yes, nice kid. But this is about having somebody there for you all the time, whether you know it or not. I believe there is somebody there. Whether you understand they're there or not, there's always somebody there. So this is called Anytime, Anywhere. 1, 2, 3. Here's a straight shot, syncopated rhythm. It's a brand new tune, and you really ought to listen. It's a bright light through a multicolored prism, make your feet want to leave the ground. And you'll be dancing on the ceiling till your head is feeling dizzy, and you're having trouble breathing, but you just can't argue with the reason as the music goes around and round. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Can't say I know just how you're feeling when you shake it to the core of everything that you believe in, and you can't see no reason for the treason, and you're left just wondering why. I know feeling like you're friendless, 'cause your days are getting longer and the nights are getting endless. You just call me anytime at all, and I will be right by your side. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. Right now you're faced with the decision. You try to move forward or just sink into oblivion. The bright light keeps on getting closer, and it might just be a train. Well, cool down and always stay reminded. If you ever get lost, you know I'm always gonna find you. And your back has always been protected, and it's always gonna be the same. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Anytime, anywhere, anytime, anywhere, you just call me now, you just call me now. All you gotta do is call me anytime. Put a dime in the phone. That's how old the song is. Anytime, anytime, anywhere, anytime.
Anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there. Anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere, you just call me and I'll be there.
Solar Fusion live here in the studio. We've got some activity on the live stream. Gabriella from England says she's Googling optical pickups now.
Go, Gabriella.
And Byrne from Scotland says yay, and also that the bass player is reminiscent of Danny Thompson, a UK bass player. So something for you to look up. And, of course, Jeff Reed from Wilmington says, hey, y'all.
Hey.
I have a
Reed?
question.
Did I say Jeff Reed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's awesome.
I have a question, another one about your bass playing, and that is, how does one? Did you start on a fretless bass? Because every time I see someone playing a fretless instrument, it just looks like a mountain I couldn't climb.
You have to have a really good ear.
You really would, and I know that many. You said you started on the violin. I know that many
Yeah.
violins. So how did you get to this? And is it harder, easier? Like, how do you get into that?
So I started with the fretted bass.
Okay.
And I played that for a while. It was a couple of years before I actually got a fretless bass. But I got one because I really like the sound of it.
Yeah.
And I just really like playing it. To me, I love fretted bass, but fretless basses, I can be more expressive with it.
Okay.
And you can do like fun,
Yeah.
goofy, slidey things like that. So I just really enjoy not having frets.
Because there's no frets, does that mean there's a whole lot more fretboard maintenance you have to do?
No, if there is, I'm not aware. No.
I hope not.
It just you really do have to listen a lot. With
Oh,
frets,
yeah.
you've got, a big chunk of space you can land your finger down and you're good. But with this, you kind of have to be in the right spot.
And with frets, it doesn't matter if in between the frets it's all scalloped out and messed up because you have the
Right.
fret being
Right.
a fret for you.
Yeah.
On a fretless, if you have indentations or whatever in the fretboard, I imagine it becomes difficult to play.
Yeah, yeah. This is some kind of composite fretboard, so it's
It's strong,
pretty
hard.
good.
And
Yeah.
do you use a particular type of string, like
I
nylon-y things?
use the brand is DR strings, and these are black, like they're coated with color, and these just are black because they're stealth.
Yeah, I can't see them from here. I can't even tell that you have strings on.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's strings. But yeah, I don't know, for any fretless bass players out there, they're round wound strings. I guess a lot of fretless bass players use flat wound strings, but I use round wounds because I like kind of the brightness of it. And they're probably not as good for the fretboard because they make little more indentations in there.
they're a little
which you're
more
talking
gritty.
about fretboard maintenance, but
But they're way smoother sounding on those slides,
Yeah.
right? Guys, we have time before the top of the hour when we need to do some business for one more song, if you'd be so kind.
Sure. This is a song that Alex named "Surfing the Molecular Storm."
So you write the storms, but she gets to name them,
Yeah.
the songs?
Well, a lot of times I name them.
Or she changes the name. So no.
It's kind of democratic, but it also is what she says goes.
There you go.
This is called "Surfing the Molecular Storm." 1, 2, 3.
Well, I thought about life where I could find it and how I could take its measure. For something always around, it's not easily found, and its secrets are guarded like treasures. Well, I looked into canyons, valleys, and deserts, and I ended up here at the sea, watching a surfer follow the current, and the water seemed to set him free. And that's when it came to me. Sometimes you sit in the ocean with your feet not touching the ground, while the gift of perpetual motion keeps you tossing and turning, sometimes crashing and burning, desperately yearning for one more wave to ride. For the tide settles down. For the tide settles down now. Well, I stood for a while at the edge of the sea. The waves were crashing and churning, and I thought to myself, to be wild and free means your wheels must be constantly turning. I watched the tide roll in and the tide roll out. It's a dance of natural rhythm. Every movement assured there was nothing in doubt. It took every and all traces with it, and every trace was soon forgiven. Sometimes you sit in the ocean with your feet not touching the ground, while the gift of perpetual motion keeps you tossing and turning, sometimes crashing and burning, desperately yearning for one more wave to ride. For the tide settles down. Well, your memories will fade as sure as the tide. Some will go quicker than others, that's certain. And sometimes you'll wipe out at the start of your ride. Sometimes you'll sail right through the curtain. But it's not where you're going or where you've been or the trophies you placed on your shelf. Never forget that the ride is the thing, everything else is everything else, and there really is nothing else. Sometimes you sit in the ocean with your feet not touching the ground, while the gift of perpetual motion keeps you tossing and turning, sometimes crashing and burning, desperately yearning for one more wave to ride. For the tide settles down. Before the tide settles down now. Let the water take you away now. The water take you where it will. Take you where it will now. Oh, I know a place. Ain't nobody worrying. Ain't nobody hurrying. Ain't no smiling faces, nobody lying to the races, just waiting on the water, waiting on the water, waiting on the water, waiting on the water. Thanks, guys.
Everybody, we are WHUP LP Hillsborough. The show is Pass the Hat. We are here every Friday evening from 6 to 8 o'clock, and we have been for 10 years. So as a result, we have all of our shows archived by our wonderful IT staff here. The station, over 1,000 shows, WHUPFM.org. Hit shows, scroll down to Pass the Hat. The best in live area, regional, and international music. Gabby,
Yes.
here on the show. And Bob, that's not all. We have video.
That's right. We live stream each show with a live segment of each show from 6:30 to 7:30, and those live streams can be found on your favorite live streaming services, and your favorite live streaming services are Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch keeps those live streams for 2 weeks. The really wonderful thing about Facebook and YouTube is they keep those live streams as long as those services are in existence. So we've got many years of hour-long live streams that you can go out and avail yourselves of, a fantastic archive of wonderful local and regional musicians out there just for you to consume as you feel like.
And Bob, we're so fortunate to have an Hour 2 sponsor that Tim is being the mute spokesmodel
Like,
for.
what was it?
Fana White.
Here's the box that Carol's holding.
That's right. This second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsborough, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it,
We all have chocolate needs.
Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthews, a nice gift-wrapped box. And
Keep it
you
away
don't
from
have
the
to be
bass
on
player.
Pass the Hat to get Matthews Chocolates. You can walk over there and buy stuff right now. And he's got the cappuccino machine going, makes the best latte in Hillsborough, in addition to the best chocolate and amazing gelato. All kinds of wonderful treats over there for you. Y'all get on over there.
Tim and Alex, these are wonderful songs. Really enjoying these. Texture, beautiful imagery. And so, Tim, when did songwriting, which is an unusual thing to pursue, when did that enter your life? Do you remember?
It's been there forever. It's like therapy, you know. It's more therapy than anything else, and maybe the only thing that has kept me grounded low these 64 years.
Is there any one thing, stimulus or genesis of a song? It's you have a little phrase you're thinking of, or you've heard somebody's story, or you're thinking through this little line of music or melody, or all of the above?
I have been incredibly lucky. I have a pretty healthy relationship with what I call the muse. And it's been there forever. I've only, within the last maybe decade or so, learned to trust it completely. But what happens generally is, if I'm thinking about it, if I pick up a guitar in the morning, and I think sometimes it's when there's nothing, you haven't had thoughts yet, you haven't even had coffee or tea or whatever yet, and if I strum something, that usually, it's that first pure thing that comes out. And then what happens is, if something like that happens, then the muse will start throwing things at me, phrases, or sometimes I got to go out and chase it. Sometimes I got to get in the car and drive around and look at trucks and billboards and signs, and you know, I'll record what I do, and I'll play it in the car and just shout things, you know, Exxon or whatever, you know, and something usually falls in, and then what happens is, then I take it and kind of flesh it out a little bit. But a lot of times it's a matter of looking around and seeing something in it. It's almost like in those movies where something lights up and you can, you know, It's like a vision or something. I don't know.
You said in the last decade or so, you kind of developed a trust, and that's about, if I read the website right, about when you ran into Alex. So
Correct.
I don't know
Yeah.
if those two
Yes.
have any relationship to each other or not.
They absolutely have a direct correlation. Alex has been real good for me. I'll just put that out live. but yeah, we've made a lot of changes in our lives, and me in particular, and I'm in a better place, so everything's better.
So you got one of these new songs, you're feeling like it's where you want it to be, and then you share it with Alex, and
This is where the process gets weird.
Tell us about that.
We like weird here.
I write a lot at a time, so I'll write 3 or 4 songs at a time, and then I record them, and I email them to Alex, and then she works on them not as fast as I've written them.
And things change sometimes?
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes not as much as you would think, but what she does is she crafts parts. I mean, what I do is and lately again I've written. I was a songwriter, singer-songwriter, whatever that is, but that guy that just I was writing for myself and singing for myself. Over the last 10 years, I've started to hear what solar fusion is, and I didn't do it on purpose, but now I write that way. So I write with an ear towards what I think solar fusion is, and then Alex comes in and hammers down exactly what the sound is, and then we work on it together and we kind of bounce it back and forth. There's been quite a few songs, or at least 2 or 3 recently that we've worked on. One of them we worked on for like a year, and we played it out even a couple times, and it just wasn't working for me anyways. And then one day we sat there and it popped out completely different.
Well, what I've noticed are these cool little instrumental parts where one of the two of you is maybe running a little arpeggio sort of thing, and then you're doing it together. I love that stuff.
We work a lot together, and I think that is part of the solar fusion sound, is those type of things. We play a lot in tandem and a lot in harmony.
You leave space for each other to play.
Yeah.
Well, we are here to enjoy as much of the solar fusion sound as we can in our 20 minutes or so that we have left.
Alrighty.
This portion of the show, so please.
Well, I'll apologize for this right up front. I love playing harmonica,
Uh-oh.
but I love playing cross
You didn't tell
harp.
us about the harmonica in advance.
Sorry.
We don't have the harmonica writer.
Bob, get your finger on that volume pot, because sometimes these harmonicas.
I'll try not to be too hot with it.
Nah, you
But,
play that thing.
I like playing cross harp. I like playing blues harp. This, unfortunately, is in that whiny Bob Dylan T of F, harp kind of thing. This is called So Like a Road. This night's far from over, said the mirror to my reflection. And daylight's just a rumor, it said, and I believe you can get so far in over your head that you can't get out from under. And the truth is usually somewhere in between. So like a road, life's a twisting, turning highway. So like a dream, one that trembles and explodes. The moon and the stars like headlights on the highway.
life's like anything. So like a road. Lying there in the dark, I felt just like a child. Felt like everything I had was gone, till I opened up my eyes. Started searching for something I could hold forever long. Right now I feel like I'm right where I belong. So like a road, life's a twisting, turning highway. So like a dream, one that trembles and explodes. Moon and the stars, like headlights on the highway. And if life's like anything, yeah, so like a road. So like a road, life's a twisting, turning highway. So like a dream, oh, one that trembles and explodes. Moon and the stars, like headlights going my way. Oh, if life's like anything, so like a road.
Tim, tell us about your voice. I really enjoy listening to your voice
Thank
as
you.
you sing. It's a really nice mix of a purely authentic voice that tells the story. There's no pretense to how you're singing, and I think what you're singing. Where has that come from?
The easy answer is at least 25 years of Marlboro Reds and
Okay.
wild turkey.
Kids out there, that's how you do it.
But now I have not smoked in 10 years or longer, a little bit longer.
Congratulations.
Than that. Thank you. And Alex and I haven't had alcohol for. Actually, it's funny. February 2020, right before they shut everything down for the pandemic, we got a wild hair, as they say in Tennessee, and we got a wild hair and decided that we would dare each other to stop drinking. Not that it was ever a problem. I don't think it was ever a problem. We played in breweries and stuff like that. I particularly, I don't think I had any problems out in the world. I had problems when I was home bored.
Oh,
And,
yeah, that's
you
a
know,
lot of people.
And I mean, you know, I didn't think of it as a problem, but anyways, we just kind of dared each other. Like, what was the thing of like, you know, do you want to stop? And it was like, okay, let's just do it and see how long it goes. And then the world shut down, which was kind of lucky for us because, you know,
perfect
what
timing.
they say, I would have come out the other side of the pandemic as a raging alcoholic, you know.
Well, yeah, you had a little bit of time to be home bored.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, I came out the other side, and I almost hate to say it, but I came out the other side of the pandemic better than I went in, you know, on a lot of different fronts. But
That's something to be proud of. You shouldn't hate to say that, and I don't think you're
no,
alone
it's
in that.
it's that I don't know. So many people didn't. It's that guilt thing, you know. It's that
Kind of a
raised
survivor's
Catholic
remorse
baby,
sort of a
that's what it is.
thing. Yeah.
We've talked to a lot of artists during and just after the pandemic, though, and we would ask them all one question for a while, and then we stop. And that was, what was your artistic productivity like? And the majority of people said, I did everything but write music. I gardened, I painted, you know, I did other things. And so it sounds like creatively that was a fertile time for you.
All around, creatively, all aspects that you can think of. It was we changed our diet from a sort of a plant-based diet to a mostly plant-based diet. You know, I mean, we still like we're kind of, I guess, pescatarians, but we'll do seafood maybe once, twice a month. The rest is plant-based. You know, so those kind of changes. We made a lot of those kind of changes, and we had the time. Like you said, we had the time. I worked for Habitat for Humanity, and we managed. They actually paid us for 2 months, and we were off. I had 2 months at home to work out how to make plant-based recipes and how to stop drinking and how, you know, and creatively I just wrote the way I always wrote. I just felt like as you know. I didn't try to write about the pandemic, but I also wasn't interested in writing about the pandemic.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing that I felt I had any business writing about at the time. I wrote a few. Actually, there's a few songs that we have that are really, really good and deep and whatever, and they were what was on my mind at the time, but it wasn't the pandemic.
Well, we're here. I think we've got time for a couple more songs.
Absolutely. And
Wanna
if
lay
you
one on
if you
us.
happen to know any ZZ Top,
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding. We had a Twitch user, G Wood, came in and said, "Hey, about some ZZ Top," and I said, "No, all originals." And after that last song, we got a long line of applause from that Twitch user, G Wood. So thanks for sticking around, y'all.
Alex and I used to do a lot of covers, but we used to do I'm Bad, I'm Nationwide, which was really
That's a good song.
great tune. So this is a song that we wrote. I don't really like love songs. I'm not all that partial to them, but like I said, the muse hands you some words and some ideas, and I just roll with whatever it is. And the muse handed me a love song in using the metaphor of an airplane. And shortly after I wrote it is when the parts started falling off of Boeing 747s, and
It's a little troubling.
so. But this is called First in Flight. 1, 2, 3. Pilot to co-pilot, are we ready for takeoff yet? Have you checked your speed? Have you raised those wheels beneath the wings? This bright blue sky, oh, this bright blue sky before us ain't seen anything like us at all, not at all. Bless my soul, my heart's on fire. Bless my soul now,
engine is wound up tight and out of sight. Can you feel the rush? Oh, feel the rush. Feel it as this thing takes flight. We're new to aviation. Oh, no matter how it seems, we got no real destination. Only hopes and dreams in these wings. Bless my soul now, my heart's on fire. Bless my soul, yeah, my heart's on fire for you. Touchdown, let's do it again. On back into the wind we go, hand in hand, heart to heart. We take another spin around this great big bowl of wonder, out into the bright blue sky. We fly out past the rain, oh, past the thunder, where the air is warm and dry. Bless my soul now, my heart's on fire. Bless my soul now, my heart's on fire for you, all for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. Bless my soul now, yeah, now bless my soul, yeah. If I confess my soul, will you test my soul? You stress my soul, you possess my soul. I can't rest my soul now, you arrest my soul now. My heart's on, my heart's on. My heart's on fire for you.
Everybody, we've been enjoying our time with Solar Fusion tremendously. Tim and Alex, enjoy your time in Hillsborough over the next day or so. And we just have been loving this music, and I'm sure you've been saving something special to bring us home here at the end.
You got time for one more? We have a brand new instrumental that we've been working on.
While you switch instruments, let's highlight you've got some gigs coming up. Hope Recovery Festival 2024 in Wilmington, North Carolina.
That is next Saturday.
All right. And then November 24th, around Thanksgiving, take the family out after dinner to it's a private event. I guess you can't
don't
do that.
take 'em
Like,
there.
Don't
don't
take 'em
take
out
them
to
there.
that
Like circle the street and listen. But you can go to Wilmington, Delaware at the Bellefonte Cafe on December 19th. That sounds fun.
It is the funkiest little cafe. We're going up to visit our folks in New Jersey.
Okay, cool.
And actually, it's funny. Alex and I met down here, but we're both from New Jersey. I've been trying to find different. We've been trying to expand our reach outside of Wilmington, which is how we ended up here at Flush Fest.
So they're going to
Yes.
do every town named Wilmington across the United
Yeah,
States.
Seems like a good call. And y'all
It does
get out
weird
to
on our webpage.
get out to solarfusion.com, solarfusion.com, and buy the music there and follow where they're going to be playing, because you want to get and hear these guys live. As you can tell, they are fantastic. Take it away, y'all.
All right, this is called Peace of Mind. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Y'all have spent a fantastic hour listening to Solar Fusion with us live here in the studio. Learn more at solarfusion.com, solarfusion.com, and there you can follow the links out to Instagram and Facebook and Apple Music and Amazon and the YouTube channel and all the other wonderful places you can buy their music and learn where they're playing, all of that good stuff. And we're coming up to the point where we have to end the live stream, but we're not going away. We're still going to be here. We're going to play a playlist that Solar Fusion brought in for us. You cannot consume that via the live stream, though. You will have to continue listening at WHUPFM.org, or if you're here in the footprint of Hillsborough, North Carolina, at FM 104.7.
We are now going to shut down the live stream. But don't go away. It means you just need to go over to WHUPFM.org and tune in there. Yes,
Thank
wave
you, guys.
goodbye.
Thank you.